it looks so good and it's so professionally done that they think that there's a whole team behind me. And I'm like, yeah, that team is called Engage. That's my team. We would use packets, handwritten enrollment forms, and you would pretty much just, have them come sit in the office. And if they were remote, it was all done over the phone. So there was no way for them to go back to reference stuff. So you'd get a lot of questions afterwards of things you may have covered. And, it's like you were pulling from them and they were pulling from you. So it wasn't as enjoyable. So now with all of our new hires, whether they're a new acquisition or a new employee, we have everything automated. They receive their email the first day welcoming them. They'll get an email the second day with their benefit enrollment options. So there is no, you need to learn this all between 10 and 10:30 when we're having our meeting, and then that's it. If you don't retain it, sorry. The system has become flawless. It reduces the room for error because you're no longer handwriting your enrollment forms. You're no longer, faxing them in. So there are no more missed emails. There is no one saying, hey, I didn't know that my enrollment period had expired, because the communication is nonstop and they never feel like they're not in the loop. There's no tasks that I've thrown at you guys that you haven't come out on top of and said, hey, this is how you do it. So I'm never questioning what I'm sending out or the quality of the products that I'm, communicating. And that, to be honest, that's that support and that team that I do need help with. And you guys are always there for me. And I appreciate that, because my world doesn't slow down and I know yours doesn't either. So it just makes it a better experience for everybody else too. We have sent out surveys and such from MailChimp and had 36 people respond. And then I send it out from Engage and I have 138 responses. One of our executives had said, I always get so busy. And he said, but the one thing I love with the new way that you are communicating to the employees is that I do have that little nudge that I didn't have before. So it brings it back to the front of my list to make sure it's taken care of. And so it's absolutely helped our productivity because it makes us better. 1,000%. I've had my last 3 new hires reach out and they're like, I have never had such a great onboarding experience. One gentleman said he felt like he had joined a real company. And this was all based off of his Engage experience, the emails and the links. And for him to say, I finally feel like I'm part of a professional organization is huge. Open enrollment is just your added bonus. Once you start to dive into what you can do, you can set this up for life events, qualifying events. I have people that are aging out at 26 from their parents' insurance, and because of Engage, I can set it up to where when they do age off, they'll get an email automatically that, hey, you're eligible for benefits. You're now setting up these friendly reminders and these trigger events that you didn't have before. Engage is a support system for benefits and HR managers. And when you realize what you can do with it and you utilize it, you're constantly an asset to your employees and you don't even have to do anything. Well, I would ask them, what cost would you put on your employees and their experience, their overall experience? Do you want to take your organization to the next level? Do you want your employees to have a 10 out of 10 experience, or do you want to roll the dice and hope that, nobody misses something? And I can run a report at the drop of a dime to make sure that they've received it. I can check my enrollment status to see where I stand for open enrollment. So I have no employees that miss open enrollment. I have no new hires that didn't get the same experience as the other new hires. I have all of my employees getting consistent information, thorough information, and I can't put a price on their happiness and their feedback. I mean, as an HR professional, you don't want to make mistakes. You don't want, especially when you're playing with someone's livelihood. Like, they're putting their trust in me to make sure that their benefits are there, to make sure that their family is taken care of. Again, it all comes down to the experience for your employees, and the proof is in the feedback that I'm getting. I have employees that are like, this is hands down the best experience I've ever encountered. And I'm like, wow. Like, that's powerful, and they're happy. And so that makes all the difference in the world.